What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Sorry about that. Welcome back. It is Monday, July 27th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great weekend, and of course that all depends on where you live and how your weekend's going, or how your weekend went rather. Pretty sure that the people of Chicago, Portland, New York City, etc., didn't have the best weekends ever. But anyway, this is My Political Truth. I am Jerry Tomchinsky. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Mom. How are you? Welcome. So, there is a lot to talk about today. I had an entire monologue that I was ready to start with, and that all got put back a row after I find out the following news. Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson apparently were trying to become citizens of Greece, and it was just announced today that they are. Yeah. Rita Wilson is an actress and producer and has Greek and Bulgarian heritage, and allegedly her hubby, Tom Hanks, converted to Greek Orthodox when they got married. That's all a lie. I don't care who says what and where you see it. Pizzagate, Pizzagate, Pizzagate. Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson chose Greece to get their new homeland citizenship because Greece does not have basically an extradition treaty with the United States. What the extradition agreement states is that a citizen of of Greece cannot be extradited to the United States. So there goes your loophole. Now, a lot of people, and I saw this and I could not believe that people are asking, why is Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson all of a sudden wanting to be citizens of Greece? Because the freaking walls are closing in. How do people not see this? It's the same people that deny that BLM are terrorists, that deny that Antifa is funded by George Soros. These same people should not be allowed to reproduce. All of these people that don't have any kind of semblance of knowledge, honesty, morals, ethics, or any positive feature of the like needs to not participate in reproduction. Do not have kids, because we can't have another generation of imbeciles like the present day morons that we have. Let me tell you like this. When President Trump wins on November 3rd, and that's 99 days away, we're under 100 days till Election Day, but I'll get to that in a minute. When President Trump wins on November 3rd, 2020, you are going to see an exodus out of the United States like we're Egypt and these people are the freaking slaves. Let these people go. I swear to God, get these pedophiles before they get a chance to do what Tom Hanks just did. I don't care about Hollywood. I don't care about sports. I don't care about any of this anymore. And it's solely because of how godless and morally corrupt all of these scumbags are. And, let me back up a second. I don't want to say all, but most. And I count the ones that stay quiet and don't do a damn thing, I count them among the guilty. Because if a person knows something wrong is happening, children are being abused, lies are being said to their countrymen on a daily basis, when somebody knows that something that evil is going on, it's either you speak up or you're as culpable as they are. Period. End of story. Especially with any crime against children. Any crime. I don't care what it is. And this is the worst crime, pedophilia. To break the trust that a child gives you. I'm sorry, but there should be no trial. Don't waste taxpayer money on trial. Don't waste taxpayer money on prison. Chemical castration and let them live their life. I don't care. After you chemically castrate these savages, doesn't matter where they live or who they live around. It's unfreaking believable. Nobody's talking about this. Nobody's bringing it up. But yet people like me are called conspiracy theorists. That's what I am. Because I come here on a daily basis and all I want to do is deliver the truth that these rag media companies will not deliver. And when I say rag media, when it comes to this topic, I include Fox, One America, and Newsmax. Okay? Because anybody that sticks their head in the sand like a damn ostrich and avoids this topic, again, you're as guilty as the perverts. Period. I don't care what anybody tells me. The entire no snitching, no telling, that goes out the window when it comes to children. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. All your street cred BS, you can leave that on the street. I do not care. When kids are in danger in this kind of way and people stay quiet, I'm sorry. Whether you're a celebrity in Hollywood making $20 million a movie or a priest in Amsterdam, Netherlands, fondling a little boy in a confessional, you get the same damn consequences. It's unreal. It's unreal how everybody plays freaking stupid when it comes to this. Journalists, and this is what they want to call themselves, I will not call any of these people journalists. I haven't seen a single investigative report about this. I haven't seen anything on these channels. The only places I'm able to find any kind of videos is on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and they're all getting censored. And I'm sure everybody knows why they're getting censored. Because they don't want to bite the hand that feeds them. And that's all these demonic, satanic savages care about. It's strictly about the cash. Unbelievable. Oh, moving on. The violence doesn't seem to be getting any better in Chicago, in New York, in Seattle, in Portland. Everything's just getting worse. Chicago, though, it wasn't that bad this weekend. Only 59 people shot, 3 dead. Not too bad. It's a train wreck when that's how you got to look at things. Only 59 people got shot. It's not too bad. Last week was 72. Whew. This is what we've come to. Yesterday in New York City, in a matter of, 18 hours, 7 people got killed. Not shot, killed. 2 of them were teenagers, one 14, one 18. And New York Slime's columnist, Ashley Southwall, wrote a story that said, and I'm not going to quote her, I'm just going to explain to you the way I read it. In this column that she wrote, she said that the reason that the New York City has the spike in violence that it does is because the NYPD is slowing down their response time. This is what this disgusting, stupid, moronic, quote unquote, journalist had the audacity to write. Now, okay, so journalists write what they write. Where's the editorial staff? Where's the editor that reads this garbage? You see, this is why the New York Slimes has absolutely no credibility. Zero. And I'll prove that again with this whole Spygate thing. You guys know what Spygate is, right? It's the whole, it's the thing when Obama was still in office, he started doing a spying campaign on President Trump's presidential campaign. And then after President Trump got into office, they were investigating him wrongfully. Okay, so this was all, it turns out this was all fake information given by real people. The New York Slimes, which is, like I said, the most embarrassing liberal rag enveloped in an overabundance of stupidity, dishonesty, and zero journalistic credibility to speak of, and filled with the ruined careers of pathological liars like Charlie Savage, Tom Friedman, Adam Goldman, and the whole mishpucha that spread the propaganda in their all-out effort to bamboozle the public. And when I say the public, I mean you, me, us. That's what they do on a daily basis. All they want to do is manipulate, gaslight, and bamboozle us. They are straight pathological liars. Instead of finally throwing in the towel and admitting defeat, all they needed to do was admit it. Just like if Bill Clinton would have came out back in 94 or whenever it was and on the stand and said, yeah, I did what I did with Monica, it would have been forgotten. It would have been forgotten. Nobody cares what he did. It's not about the act. It's about lying under oath to the nation with Clinton. Unfortunately, journalists and the media aren't held to that same standard. They're not basically held accountable. They're not made to tell the truth. There's no consequences for them, because there used to be, if a journalist lied, you could sue them for libel. What libel is a lying on somebody in writing, in a media piece, or on TV, or on the radio, or whatever. That's what libel is. There's no such thing as libel anymore. At all. These journalists literally could come out and say, a canary ate my pit bull, and it'll be printed. It's unbelievable. So here's some background on this whole Spygate thing, right? So Christopher Steele, I don't know, that name might sound familiar to you guys. He's the guy that put together the fake Steele dossier that was bought and paid for by Team Clinton. He attributed all his information to a PSS, a primary subsource. Who this source was a mystery for a long time, except for DC insiders, right? So the speculation was crazy. I don't know if you guys remember when the Steele dossier came out, and oh my God, they got the Steele dossier and it has all the information. And people thought that, the speculation was that the source was a Russian that was connected to Putin, or a Ukrainian connected to Poroshenko and Giuliani. Nope. He was some guy that worked down the block from the White House at, the Brookings Institute, which is a think tank, a liberal democratic think tank. That was Christopher Steele's source. Some guy down the block, probably kind of person that, me and my man Eric here used to take lunch money off of back at IS-7 middle school. But that was this guy's source. That's his source. Some geek that works in some think tank thinking up stuff Just stuff. No basis, just their job is to go into a room and think stuff up. And most of it is BS, 9 times out of 10. Let's look at some of these comments here. Hi, Irina. Lucy says, integrity is gone on all levels. Then we have President Trump showing us how to be an American. Absolutely. Absolutely, Lucy. Corey says, owned by pedophiles. My iPhone won't even correct the word pedophile. It's unbelievable, Corey. I mean, I noticed the same thing. When I put the word pedophile in my iPhone, there's no autocorrect. It has that little line under it like it's misspelled, which causes me to look back and say, did I misspell this stupid ass word? Anyway. Somebody caught up with Gerald Weeble Wobble Jerry Nadler today. Outside of not today, this past weekend, I'm sorry, or was it yesterday? Maybe even caught up with him on the streets of DC, and asked him a question about Antifa and Portland. This idiot. Now, mind you, Jerry Nadler is one of the House of Representatives representative from New York. He's been representing New York for like 2 decades now. He is absolutely one of the worst human beings on the face of the planet. And he is also the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. Meaning, when people go to the House of Representatives to testify, this imbecile runs the show. I don't know if you guys ever watched him, but he is the most condescending, most inappropriate, most intolerable, unbearable human being. I don't know. This side of Jeffrey Epstein. He's completely lost the plot. He actually said that Antifa in Portland is a myth only but believed and spread by people in Washington, D.C. These politicians really think we're that stupid. Or at the very least, they hope and pray we're that stupid. I mean, to have the audacity, you know a camera's there. You know somebody's recording. To come out and say that Antifa is a myth when we see it play out night after night. Whether it's on Fox, One America, online. Kerry, I don't know if you're here. Kerry tags me in 5 different live streams nightly that go on with the garbage that goes on in Portland. It's not a myth. These are professional protesters. They know exactly what to do, what to damage, how to damage it. Because I don't know about you guys, but I didn't hear a damn thing about Portland for the first 45 days it was going on. I just started hearing about Portland 2 weeks ago. No channel was reporting on it. Nobody was reporting on it. It was unbelievable. It's crazy. And I mean, listen, with 99 days left to go to the election, I've come to realize that this election is not about Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. This is about the way of life in the United States that we have come to love. And apparently, some of us have come to take for granted. I am happy to report that I have not taken it for granted. I am grateful for my freedoms. I go up to soldiers, to vets, and say thank you for your service because I know what they did for that flag. Okay? I go up to cops now and tell them thank you for their service because I know what that blue line on the flag is for. So it's got nothing to do with Joe Biden and Donald Trump. This election has to do with their ideologies. I mean, Listen, I'll give you an example. We already know that Joe Biden has come together with the entire Bernie Sanders team, right? And Bernie Sanders wants what he calls a wealth tax. Well, let me give it to you in layman's terms. What a wealth tax is, actually in socialist terms, is a confiscation of personal property. That's what a wealth tax is. So anybody that owns anything, a house, a car, a building, a business, the government will take it. Okay? Forget about the word socialist, okay? Socialist is just a cutie pie way of saying communist. Because that's the next step. It's socialism and then full-blown communism. They want to take what you have, what you worked your ass off for. Exactly, Lucy, just like in Cuba, Venezuela, Guatemala, the Soviet Union that my parents had to escape from, that my entire family escaped from. And now these uneducated mutts, these millennials, I don't even know if they're millennial. Are they even what are these generations now? I don't know. I know I'm Generation X, right? And then we got Generation Z between 79 and 85. And then we got some other generation. And then we got these freaking millennials. But I don't think it's the millennials. The millennials are all like 25, 26 and older, right? I think this stupidity is all starting from age 16 and it goes till about 23, 24. If you look at all this rioting going on, you're not going to see too many older people there. It's all young, uneducated, unemployed, didn't get enough hugs or ass whippings as a kid, and now they're out acting a damn fool, burning down and rioting in the very cities that some of them live in. And I say some because, again, George Soros and the deep state are sending in professional protesters, professional rioters, professional stirrers. That's what they're looking for. And they're doing this at the same time, and right after they talk about how everything going on in Portland it's mostly peaceful, mostly peaceful. 47 cops got hurt, but it's mostly peaceful. 17 people got stabbed last night, but it's mostly peaceful. 3 federal agents might lose their eyesight in a mostly peaceful protest. Are you freaking kidding me? Stop. CNN, stop. MSLSD, stop. Enough. We have eyes. We can see. The cities are being burned down, and the left-wing rag media is co-signing this garbage on a daily damn basis with their peaceful protest reporting. Not a damn thing peaceful about it. Was it peaceful when New York City NYPD Chief of Department Terrence Monahan got his finger broken last week in a melee on the Brooklyn Bridge, or that other officer got hit with a freaking bat? Was that peaceful? Enough! Enough with the lying! All of you! And you know what? They come on TV, they report all this stuff with not a shred of conscience. Not a shred of conscience. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I knew that I just went on the air with God knows how many people watching and gave them nothing but lies. Listen, I average, and this isn't just like, I'm not trying to brag or whatever, but I average anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 viewers a night strictly on Facebook. I don't want to lie to you guys. Forget about it if I was on TV and was able to get, 500, a million viewers. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I came out and lied night after night. I don't care what that paycheck looked like. I'm sorry, but my soul's not for sale. It's unbelievable. My parents came to this country so me and my brother can have a better life. Not so we can fall back into the same garbage that my parents had to escape from by the skin of their teeth back in the late 70s. Exactly. The Democrats do it every day, all liars. And again, nobody holds them accountable other than a few voices that want to throw a monkey wrench in the program. There's not enough dissenting voices. There's not enough people going out, organizing, and doing what we got to do. You know, after I see all these reports, I see the polls. Donald Trump is losing in the polls, and he's losing this, and he's losing that. Listen, this week exactly, back in 2016, Hillary Clinton was up 49% to 39%. Okay? Joe Biden's up 49% to 41%. 49% to 41%. So let's stop talking about the polls. I said this the other day, I'll say it again. The reason they keep reporting these stupid poll numbers is because they hope that conservatives and the people that are voting for President Trump are going to hear that and say, well, he's already getting killed in the polls. I'm not going to go out and waste my time and vote. No. Here's a challenge to all Trump supporters watching this. On election day, and let me tell you this right now, we are in July 27th. I promise you, on election day, I will be live from like 5 p.m. until the decision is made. Straight up. What I want everybody to do, everybody that watches this, anybody within the sound of my voice, anybody that can see me, hear me, like me, love me, hate me, as long as you support President Trump, I want everybody here, grab 5 more Trump supporters on election day. Tell them to grab 5 more. Go to the polls. Go to the voting booths. We will not lose. We will not lose. You want to know why? Because we show up when it comes time to show up. Okay? Most of these imbeciles that are rioting, I mean, as far as I could see, most of them are felons. So they probably can't vote anyway. And another reason why the dopey libs, the dopey Dems want to make voting a thing for felons and even inmates. They said Bernie Sanders wanted to make voting a thing for death row inmates and sexual predators that are still locked up. Let that sink in for a minute. Listen, my suggestion to the American people is this. Start listening to the Democrats. You have to listen to every word they're telling us. They're telling us what they're going to do. Just listen. Just listen. They talk about defunding the police. They talk about making excuses for violent mobs, which they do on a nightly basis. They want to destroy the things that bring us together, our common bonds, our founding, our love of country. Why do they do that? Why do they say these things? Because fundamentally, they want to dismantle our country and our institutions. That's not my words, it's their words. Dismantle our economic freedom, our border security, our energy sector, all of it. All of it. They tell you this. They come out and they actually tell you this. The Green New Deal. You know what that is. They want to get rid. We're finally energy independent. We have our own oil. We have our own energy. They want to take all that away. All that away. They want to make us energy dependent again. Enough. They're telling you what they're going to do. It's unbelievable. It's completely unbelievable. And it's unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. Listen, if stumbling, bumbling Joe Biden manages to eke out a victory against President Trump and the Democrats retake the Senate and retain Congress, the House of Representatives in November, then our liberties and fundamental freedoms will disappear faster than a donut at Rosie O'Donnell's house. Remember that. Remember that. All right, guys. I've been ranting for 30 minutes already, believe it or not. I have so much more to talk about, but I'm going to cut it short here. And just like every night, I'm going to end this off with a quote. And this is one of my favorites. And I'm not going to tell you who it is. Most of you will know off the bat what this is. There are many things my father taught me here in this room. He taught me, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. And with that, have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be ranting even more, louder, for the flag. God bless the USA. I love you guys.